Special night for the seniors of the Foothillers. Of course, that is Alexa Gonzalez, Mia Foster, Amy Cervantes, Kira Smingy, Victoria Ford, Kaya Moreno. All integral players for the Foothillers in their success this season. Let's get you the section girls soccer standings for San Diego section. San Diego section, one of the last sections that are actually playing in the regular season, because the southern section is getting started this week, as well as other sections in California. The CIF, California Interscholastic Federation. Cathedral Catholic is 19-2-3 on the season. They're the number one team. Number two is Carlsbad, 15-4-1. Third is Eastlake, 17-5-1. Fourth is Del Norte, 11-4-5. Fifth is Granite Hills, 11-5-3. Grossmont is sixth at 10-4-5. Seventh is Poway, 7-3-6. Eighth is La Costa Canyon, 8-4-5. Ninth is Torrey Pines, they're 8-5-6. And 10th is Scripps Ranch at 10-7-4. San Marcos is 11th. Academy of Our Lady of Peace follows them at 12th. 13th is El Camino. 14th is Steel Canyon. 15th is Westview. 16th is Canyon Crest Academy. Bishops is behind them, and then it's Valhalla, West Hills, and Rancho Bernardo. And that's the Division I section standings. All the girls are getting named here on this senior night from the 2019-2020 season. And only a few girls were not on the roster when we first started 3 years ago. Good night for soccer out here in El Cajon, the border of La Mesa. As rained yesterday. Rained pretty good. Got a little tiny bit of snow up in the mountains here in San Diego. Hopefully your day has been good wherever you are. Don't forget to check us out on our webpage. That's gksports.org. All you got to do is go to the top of the page for all of our social media. Remember, it's Dental Arts of Palm Avenue. That's our sponsor. Check them out. It's dentalartsofpalmave.com and take care of your dental needs. Foothillers have had a real good campaign at home, and they are trying to continue that tonight, finishing it out during the regular season campaign. The last time they actually lost to Vahalla was it back in 2018, over 2 years ago. And in the last match, being able to win it in the last minute on a beautiful play down the field. Maddie Mayo, service, the shot, save. Sarah Lopez at the right place at the right time. Carly Kennedy was involved in that play as well. And Lopez putting it into the back of the net. Sarah Lopez, the leading scorer for the Foothillers of Grossmont. Got 13 goals, 26 total points. And the second is Jennifer Giovingo, 6 goals and 19 total points. And right behind her, 1 point, is Mia Foster. Shift colors for all you sailors out there, past and present. We are underway. Taylor Aguilera getting that ball to Cervantes. Intercepted. Victoria Ford is heading back. And Natalie Emery starting off the match. Drives it upfield. The Norsemen. Service into the central, but intercepted. Moreno trying to link up with Mia Foster, and it goes out of play. 0-0 your score, just the starting of the match. Out here at Grossmont High School. Another throw in for Vahalla. Knocked out again by the Foothillers, and another throw in. Burton Moreno in his space. Trying to test the center defenders. Good chip towards Baranski. Hit hard, but no problem for Natalie Emery. Coronado on an early ball. Emery able to track it down, no problem. Maddie Mayo on the move. Down the left flank. Knocked out by the Norsemen, so it's going to be a throw-in for the Foothillers. Dinner time out here in the West Coast. Pretty deep in the evening time on the East Coast. Mayo's going to throw it in. Cervantes try to get it to Foster, but it's taken away by Rodriguez. Taken away by the Foothillers. Norseman getting it back. Mayo and a challenge. And it'll be a throw in for the Norseman. Smingy gets it off to Alexa Gonzalez. Maddie Mayo. Tough touch that time. Towards the central. Smingy runs onto it. Kira, the senior, on this senior night. 2020. The 2019-2020 season. Intercepted by the Norseman on the near side. Going to be a handball. And the Foothillers now will have a free kick. Victoria Ford looks like she's going to take it. The team that does so well on set pieces. Into the central. Cervantes now. And the save is made. Abigail Escalante getting her first touches of the match. Near side, Smingy to Cervantes. Rodriguez played it out wide, but intercepted now. Here's Maddie Mayo on the move. Mayo going to get a return pass now. Tries to cut it inside. Nutmeg that time. And it pops up into the central now. You got to watch out because Lopez is there, and being able to get to the soccer ball is Escalante. Norsemen with possession on the near side. Trying to make the move that time was Victoria Castelli. Foothillers throw it in. Giabingo searching for it. Jennifer still trying to get it. She gets support that time by Aguilera. But in the back, that was Nybert, who was injured in that previous affair. Remember, she was injured on that collision where her and she was backing up, trying to protect her keeper, and Sarah Lopez, and then had a kind of a rib injury out of that particular scenario. Didn't play in the rest of the match. Unfortunately, a lot of injuries have been occurring in the last 4 or 5 matches that the Foothillers have played. Of course, the last time here, they played West Hills, and the young lady, the keeper, had collapsed lung problems. In the central, Aguilera, Smingy taps it forward, but for a second there, it didn't look like anybody was going to get to it in the blue of the Foothillers. They did, but then it sent it out of play. It's going to be a throw-in now for the Norsemen in their customarily orange jerseys. Of course, the white with the orange numbers, being the road team. Aguilera will throw it in, and it's 0-0 affair. About 9 minutes gone so far. Maddie Mayo tried to get it in the back, but was intercepted. Intercepted in the central. Foster plays it to the near side to Giabingo. Giabingo knocked down. Not going to be a call. Be just a throw in for the Norsemen. Moransky playing it forward. Getting it to Scantlin. That's Cameron Scantlin. Her and her sister Kendall playing on this Vahalla team. Sent out of play. But Cameron is the older of the two. Kendall is a junior. Only one more game for Cameron in the regular season, as well as the rest of her seniors on the team. Olivia Hunter coming in now for the Foothillers. Number 11 in blue. Maddie Mayo gets it in. It's intercepted, though. Vahalla upfield. Victoria 4 tracks it down, the senior. Playing on senior night. And sent out a play off the Norsemen, so it'll be a throw-in for the Foothillers. Foothillers able to beat Vahalla 3 times last season. And the third one was in the championship match. And there's a potentiality that the two could play each other in, well, at least I thought that was, but more than likely the Norsemen will not be in the playoffs by virtue of their record on the season. And if they are, they will be playing on the road. So this will be more than likely the last time these two teams play each other in this campaign this season. Mia Foster bumped off the soccer ball. Foster sends it back upfield to Mayo, but it goes over to Ford. Ford sends it to Smingy. Smingy now up the central, dispossessed. To the near side now for Aguilera. Taylor trying to link up with her teammate, Cervantes, who fell over. Foster, Giovingo. Cervantes nearly got to that soccer ball, not quite. Alexa Gonzalez not able to win that soccer ball, so now the far side, Rodriguez. Hunter. On it now is Cameron Scantlin. Giovingo touched it to Aguilera, back to Giovingo now. And they both in the same time and space almost, and not able to get the ball forward. So it's a throw-in now for the Vahalla Norsemen with Cameron, or I should say with Kate Baranski throwing it in. Cashew Hanan chasing it down. Midfield, Foothillers winning it. Sarah Lopez, near side to Jennifer Giovingo. Lopez now, pass to the central, nobody was there. Intercepted. Nice job done by Mia Foster. Getting it over to Hunter. And it was touched out by the Norsemen. Foothillers with the throw in. Mayo gets it in. Into 18. We're at the exterior of the 18, trying to get another ball into the area. Norsemen playing tough in the back. They get it upfield. Smingy doesn't let it go any further. Over to Maddie Mayo. She darts between two players now. Mayo still on a soccer ball and gives it away. Lots of players not as quick as they would have been at the beginning of the season. The bumps and bruises, all those types of things, they add up late in the season. It's a battle of attrition. What do you got left at the end of the season? What do you got left going into the playoffs if you make it into the playoffs? Tough sport. You would know if you had played it, or if you do play it. Foothillers with a throw-in now. Taylor Aguilera will throw it in the attacking third. Off a deflection, Lexa Gonzalez tracks it down. Tries to play it wide, and it does get wide. Maddie Mayo sends a shot, but it's not on target. Nil-nil, still your score. Hopefully you're enjoying this one. out here at Jack Mashin Stadium in El Cajon, border of La Mesa. A couple of players are coming in now for Valhalla. One of those players that came in was Nicole Ayat. And we'll mention the other one as she touches that soccer ball out there in the pitch. Here's Foster now, trying to play it wide. It didn't get to Cervantes, but now here's Giovingo now. Giovingo setting things up. Giovingo looking for her teammate Hunter, but she wasn't able to get it to her. Just a little bit too much pace on it for Olivia to run onto that soccer ball. She wasn't being marked. Had she got to the soccer ball, it would have been troubles that time for Escalante. Substitution is coming from the near side, and that is Rihanna Cooney and Cecilia Rosas. Rosas is 22, and Cooney is 16. The goal kick. Smingy. Can't go any further. They play good defense into space. Foothillers in the attacking third, trying to stay there. It's intercepted by Foster, and they will a little bit longer now. Here is Lopez now, trying to get it to Hunter. She's double teamed now. Lopez goes after it. Lopez now sends a shot over the top of frame. Sarah Lopez, the sophomore, just continuing to hustle and got a shot off that time. Help out her teammate. Another substitution is occurring, or has occurred now, over on the far side. For Valhalla. Still 0-0 your score. Jennifer trying to keep it in. Couldn't do so. Jennifer's got another season to come back for next season, as she's a junior. Her and Maddie Mayo are going to spearhead it next season. Mia Foster on senior night. The senior sends it across the field into the area now. Hunter trying to track it down. Sent out of play by the Norsemen. So the Foothillers will have the throw in the attacking third. Coming on 22 minutes left to play in the first half. 0-0 affair. Mayo will throw it in. Cooney gets her first touch of the match. Back upfield. Smingy. The return pass. It's intercepted. And now, let's see what Valhalla does with the soccer ball. Into space. Mucked up and taken away by Rosas, but then they get it back, the Norsemen. Trying to continue forward. They haven't got upfield much in the last few minutes. Here's Maddie Mayo back at him again defensively. They get a pass finally across midfield and then to the attacking third, but not able to link up. So now it's going to be a throw-in again for the Foothillers, this time in their defensive third. Don't forget about our webpage at gksports.org. Good stuff from Facebook page. Always from Max Preps. Of course, there'll be pictures from senior night on the Instagram as it's knocked out again. The Foothillers are throwing again. And, of course, conversation on Twitter. And this time it's knocked out by the Foothillers. And so it's a throw-in now for the Norsemen. Gonzalez, the senior, sends it forward. It's intercepted. Played to the far side touchline, but the Foothillers gain it back. Victoria Ford with it. Into space, a little collision. Center ref says play on. As there are 3 refs tonight. Throw in now for the Foothillers. Header in some space. Gonzalez sending it forward. Foster goes back to get it. Now gives it over to Maddie Mayo in the attacking third. Mayo cuts it inside now. Loses a defender. Takes a shot and just misses. So it's still 0-0. Foothillers have had the territorial advantage in this match. This match, as opposed to the last match when the Foothillers scored early on and then the Norsemen were able to come right back and put one in the back of the net. The last match, Mia Foster between these two teams scored 2 goals, and Sarah Lopez scored the winning goal. Throw in by Kate Moransky. Now Lopez has it. Sends it in the central. Intercepted by the center defender, but the Foothillers get it back now. And the shot is off target by Giovingo. So it'll be a goal kick. Substitutions have occurred for Vahalla to get 2 fresh players into the match. Maddie Mayo. A deflection that time on a pass by Gonzalez, Isabella Gonzalez. Getting forward now is Vahalla. Haven't done much of that in the match. It's taken away by Mayo. But then it caroms over to the near side. This is Cooney now. Cooney sends an early ball to the near side, looking for Giovingo. But she couldn't get it. As getting to it instead was Nybert. Lopez tries to intercept it, but instead it's Foster that does so. Foster into space, a little collision. It's taken away by Vahalla upfield. Sent out of play. It's knocked out by the Foothillers. So a throw in now for Vahalla as they try to get upfield a little bit more. Near side. Early ball. Rosas goes back to it and allows her keeper to come out and get it. With 16 minutes left to play in the first half. Greg K. Porter, happy to be with you on this Tuesday night. Well, Pablo Espinal running the live stream. Livia Hunter is coming out of the match. And she will be part of that contingent. Maddie Mayo and Jennifer Giovingo as a senior trying to make things happen next season. Throw in outside the area. Vahalla being pressed to get that ball out of their defensive third. And they'll have a throw in. Upfield, the Norseman, and Emery gets to the soccer ball. Maddie Mayo runs onto it, and then now to Foster. Early ball. Nobody able to run onto it. Lopez try to track it down. Giovingo intercepts it but could not hold on to it. So it'll be a throw-in now for the Norsemen. Gil Vejar. He's the coaching staff over there leads the coaching staff for Vahalla High School. Of course, Fernando Ramos, Megan Long, and Nick Egger for the Foothillers. Far side of the field now. The Norseman. Intercepted by Maddie Mayo. Foster taps it down. Nicely done. Gets it over to Gonzalez. Sarah Lopez now. And it is going to be a throw-in for the Foothillers. Getting close to 12 and a half left to go in the first half. Still no score. The header. Foster was trying to make something happen. Giovingo hit it upfield off of a Vahalla player. And it's sent out by Vahalla player. And that time it was Scantlin. Kendall Scantlin. Foothillers now with Giovingo. She can hit it from here. Giovingo trying to find some space and does get a shot off. And a save is made. Foothillers intercepted again. That was Cooney, and her pass got intercepted upfield. Smingy. Foster. Gonzalez. Or actually, that was Lopez. Lopez now, after a return pass, Lopez knocked down, and no call. Cooney, near side. Foothillers, who scored a bevy of goals in their last match against Steel Canyon. Total of 3, but ended up it being a 3-3 tie. Gave up a late goal. The Cougars. But for the first time since we've filmed them, they did not lose on the road to the Cougars of Steel Canyon. And that was all because of the offensive outburst. Cooney finds Ford now, who gets forward. Victoria Ford now still on a soccer ball. Sends one over to Escalante, and she makes a save. Staying at home a lot so far in this match are Ford and Smingy. But as the opposition, and you've played them before, you know at some point they're going to get forward. They will try to make the offense go. And here is Smingy getting it to Foster now and sending it out of play. That is something that they're going to have to get from players that are younger players next season. Playing up from the back, the midfield, the sense when you have to get forward and help out the attacker. If they want to be the same type of team next season or close to it, every year is different. Lopez still on a soccer ball, sends it. It's intercepted. They had good coverage that time in the back. Cooney now didn't know that there was somebody coming behind her. Able to get it to Smingy, the near side. 50-50 ball. Foothillers still able to get to it. And Smingy trying to keep it in. It is still in. Beautiful hustling play that time by Kira. The urgency ramps up on your own senior night. Still no score. Just inside 9 minutes left to play in the first half. And as I've chronicled about the Norsemen, they have the same feeling in trying to see if they can steal a game on the road. Not much to play for at the end of the season, other than trying to do that to the seniors of the Foothillers. Lopez just sends a shot, and that one, as you saw there, no problem. Substitution is going to occur for the Foothillers. Herrera comes into the match as Payan comes out. Keeper plays it upfield. Goes out of play. Caber's also playing tonight. Wish them the best. Will not be able to see another one of their games unless they have a road home game. In this particular campaign, 2019-2020. As far as the live stream is concerned. But it has been a real pleasure, and we thank Steve Lincoln and his staff over there. And hopefully they'll be back for next season. From all indications, they will be. And more than likely, there'll be road games that we'll be doing of theirs as well. Offsides. And that doesn't happen too often for the Foothillers. Sarah Lopez offsides, but Foothillers, one of the best teams in the county, of not shooting themselves, as they say, in the foot by being offsides. They're just very mindful of where they need to be when it comes to that last defender. Giabingo trying to make a play. Lost her balance. They take it away. Norsemen. Intercepted nicely by Cooney. Foster now. Plays it to Sarah Lopez now. Going to try and run it down and does so. Try to make a move around that defender. Not able to do it. Roses. Foster comes back to help out and sends an early ball now for Lopez, but Escalante will get to it. Upfield, taken away by the Foothillers momentarily, but getting it back are the Norsemen. They'll play it along their right wing side. Matty Mayo jumps in and takes it away. Giovingo tries to pull it away from two defenders and does so. Nice play. Looking for Matty Mayo, couldn't get it to her. Giovingo will rotate right and left side. Foothillers now into the central. Try to get another strike. Herrera now touches it over to Foster now. Foster will take the shot, and it's too high. Coming on 4 minutes left to play in the first half. 0-0 is the score, the clean sheet for both teams. And now coming in are a couple of fresh players for the Norsemen. The other El Cajon school. Nybert is back into the match. Foster now. Not accurate that time by Cooney. Cooney not able to play a lot here in her sophomore season. And I must mention also that there's another player that is going to be part and parcel of making things happen next season, and she's been on a kind of a load management this season, and that is Carly Kennedy. You got Carly Kennedy, Maddie Mayo, Jennifer Giovingo, Livia Hunter. Plenty enough attack next season. Not to mention some of the JV players that'll come up. And Bree Cooney will surely be part of that attack as well. So that's what you got to look forward to right here at Jack Mashin Stadium. Through GK Sports, we're at the game. Shooting the ball with the geometric designs of the world's most famous sport, football. In most countries, soccer in this one. We got another one that we had some play over the weekend professionally in a sport called the league called the XFL. Matty Mayo get back and track it down. He's got the speed to get to it first. Has to be careful now as it's taken away from her. She goes forward in the corner. And is there going to be a foul? It might be a foul there. Don't know if there's a foul or the ball was out of play. We're going to find out in a moment. Coronado, who scored one of the 2 goals. That ball was out of play past the goal line, so it is a corner kick. With the corner now, and not accurate in the back of the frame. It's inside 2 minutes here at the stadium clock. So those that are here have to go by just what they think it might be, unless they're tracking it themselves on their phone. To be right on line with the center ref. As the official time. Cecilia Rosas, early ball now. Just sails over the head of Giovingo. who will put it in the back of the net with limited time left. Giovingo now, a grass cutter, but no problem for Escalante. Or will it be the clean sheet on this senior night? Foster intercepts it, takes a shot. And was it touched by the keeper? If it was, it's going to be a corner kick. It looks like it is. So corner kick opportunity, the set piece. And that's exactly what the Foothillers love. One of the better teams in the entire county at set pieces. I'm going to try and see if they can get one into the back of the net right before the double whistle. Jennifer Giovingo, who can score on her own on just a corner kick and has done it before, did it in the South Bay Classic. At that time they intercepted. And that's the double whistle, the end of the first half. No score on this senior night, 2020. We hope you enjoyed all of the action. It's been tight, it's been close. Foothillers have had most of the territorial advantage and the touches, but not able to put anything in the back of the net. So stick with us for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then we'll be back with the second half. Last 40 minutes on this senior night, 2020. Mayo going to get a return pass now. Tries to cut it inside. Nutmeg that time. And it pops up into the central now. You got to watch out because Lopez is there, and being able to get to the soccer ball is Escalante. In the attacking third, Mayo cuts it inside now. Loses the defender, takes a shot, and just misses. Second half set to begin here in a bit, as we have a 0-0 score here at Jack Mashin Stadium between Grossmont High School and Vahalla High School. Let's first give you the California High School girls soccer rankings. Los Alamitos is the number one team. They're 21-4-3 on the season. Clovis North out of Fresno is 19-1-2. They're second. Third is Upland. They're 22-0. Have not lost the season out of the San Gabriel Valley. That was just north of where I grew up in Ontario. Fourth is Monta Vista out of Danville. They're 12-1-2. Cathedral Catholic is fifth. They're 19-2-3. The lone San Diego school in the top 5 of the state. J. Sarah Catholic out of San Juan Cap is 13-4. They're sixth. Seventh is St. Francis out of Sacramento. They're 17-2-3. Eighth is Villa Park. They're 16-4. Ninth is Santa Margarita out of the Rancho Santa Margarita. 13-2-2. Out of the city of Temecula. 10th is Temecula Valley. They're 17-2-5. Just up the street in Riverside County. 11th is Carondelet out of Concord. They're 16-4-1. Davis is 10-1-3. They're 12th. 13th is Elisa Nigal out of the Aliso Viejo area, 10-2-4. Harvard Westlake out of Studio City is 14th. They're 10-2-2. 15th is Hart out of Newhall, 20 wins, 1 loss, and 3 ties. Right around the corner from where my niece plays out in Thousand Oaks. Pacifica is 16th. Garden Grove area, they're 16-0-2. 17th is Buchanan out of Clovis area, 17-7-1. 18th is Archbishop Mitty out of San Jose, 13-1-3. 19th is Troy out of Fullerton, they're 15-1. And 20th is Clovis, they're 14-6-5. Camarillo is 21st, right around the corner. They played Thousand Oaks. They're 13-2-1. Mater Dei is 15-5-1. They're 22nd. Carlsbad is another San Diego team. They're 15-4-1. They're 23rd. 24th is Edison out of Huntington Beach. They're 9-5-5. And 25th is Central out of Fresno, 15-6-4. So you're up to date with your California high school girls soccer rankings. About ready to get it started here in the second half in this Division I Grossmont Hills League match between the Vahalla Norsemen and the Foothillers of Grossmont. Foothillers 10-4-5 on the season, 3-2-3 here in the Grossmont Hills League, and Vahalla 2-9-7, 1-4-3 in 5th place in the Grossmont Hills League. Going from right to left is Foothillers, and left to right is the Norsemen. Ship colors for all you sailors out there, past and present. We're underway. Ball is out of play on the near side. And it'll be a throw-in now for Vahalla. Didn't have much of a territorial advantage in the first half. The Norseman, Talon Burton getting it in. Maddie Mayo touches it over to Foster, and she was going right up down the left flank, and it is out of play. And Sarah Lopez was looking at that ball, but no chance to get to it. Had a lot of velocity that time. Burton throws it in. Intercepted by Mayo. In his space running onto it that time was Castelli. Near side now for Jenna Smith. Change the point of attack to Nybert. Down their left flank they want to go. But they cannot control it, so it'll be a throw-in now. Taylor Aguilera will throw it in now for the Foothillers of Grossmont. Alexa Gonzalez being pressured on the backside, but it does wind up on the cleat of Giovingo, but she gets pickpocketed that time by Smith. As the Norsemen want to try and see if they can control that soccer ball a lot more here in the second half and try to find some spaces where they can do work. Ford drops it back, though, to Smingy. Smingy on this senior night sends it forward now to Emmy Cervantes. Mingy over to Cervantes, and then over to Foster. Plays it to Smingy, to Giovingo, nice tap, and then Cervantes keeps it going now. Emmy's pass, it went out towards Herrera, but she could not get it to Giovingo, so now here come the Norsemen. Off a deflection, Mayo trying to track it down, loses a defender. And now we'll cut it inside. Looking for Giovingo, but she had already moved from the spot. Maddie runs onto it now, but she's marked there and stopped. Sends it back upfield now. Aguilera, early ball now into central. It's intercepted by Giovingo now, just outside the area, and they're able to get to it at the last moment. Castelli sending that ball upfield. Good play in the center defender spot. And it goes out of play. The Norsemen have been playing well defensively in the spaces, doing what they need to do to keep themselves from allowing a good shot into the back of the net. There have been shots, but not really good, tough shots. Not yet. Lots of time to play here in the second half. Talon Burton. She's one of the seniors on this team. Playing in her last couple of games left. The high school level. Aguilera knifes in. Flick on that time by Giovingo. Takes it and puts it off the top of the crossbar. Now they'll get another chance. And they missed it. Trying to put it in the back of the net was Herrera. Plenty of time and space. It could not do so that time. Foothillers do not want that one to come back to bother them. They had a chance to take it to a 1-0 scenario. Off the top of the crossbar, and Herrera all alone just couldn't put it in the back of the net, and maybe she was just waiting for a certain way to try to contact the soccer ball and might have just been better served to just go ahead and just shoot it towards the net, because the keeper did not have a chance. As they say that about quarterbacks, sometimes just throwing it too fine. Goal! Goal! Matty Mayo got the deflection and put it in the back of the net. Mayo getting only her second goal of the entire season, but there was no doubt right there. Hit it extremely hard. No chance for the keeper. 1-0, Foothillers. I said the second half is going to be interesting, and so far the Foothillers served the first notice in this one. You remember the Norsemen when they were playing at home the last time these two teams played each other. They were able to come back. The Cougars did that in the last game that was played by the Foothillers last week. Will it happen this time, or will the Foothillers find a way to get another one before the Norsemen can get a goal into the back of the net? And that will be to their advantage. Foothillers score usually 2 goals or more. It's their match. That's why the match on Thursday, them ending up in a tie with Steel Canyon, was very unusual. Here's Mia Foster now. Going to take it from distance and just couldn't get it to dip down that time. Foster trying to give them a 2-0 lead on its senior night 2020. Upfield to Cameron Scantlin. Cameron, the senior. Intercepted by Mayo now. Mayo still on the soccer ball. Tries to play it to Gia Vingo, and it's sent out of play. Good defense that time in the center defense spot. Keep Gia Vingo from getting to the soccer ball. But now she's onto it again. It's taken away by the Norsemen. Aguilera. Smingy. Kira now trying to get up along the right side, and it is knocked out of play, and it'll be a throw-in now by Aguilera. Taylor, another one of those seniors coming up next season. Knows how Fernando Ramos and the staff want to play. Been on this varsity team for a number of years. Emery now. No problem. Castelli, the junior, kind of fell down there. Victoria Ford, the senior, just says, I know, I've had that happen to me too sometime. Victoria nicked up through her career, but it's always been tough finding a way to stay either in the match or find a way to get back as soon as she could. Just a tough, gritty defensive player. Played in more matches than Kira Smingy, who has had her issues a couple seasons ago when she was out a long time because of that injury with the keeper in Helix. There's no call in that on that play. Maddie Mayo races towards the keeper, and no problem. Save made. Off a deflection. Foothillers, Foster onto it. Lopez trying to get that last strike onto the soccer ball. Couldn't. Upfield. Foster going to Cal State Fullerton. Few months down the road. Alexa Gonzalez sends it to the keeper. One 0 the Foothillers. Still plenty of time here in the second half. Burton, early ball. Roses off a deflection, and it caroms over to Foster, who plays it over to Gonzalez. Aguilera coming up from the back. Early ball for Maddie Mayo. Sent too much on that soccer ball. Grossmont boys soccer team have played very, very well this season as well. Look like they'll be a playoff team. Maybe even the girls basketball team the same way. Here's a shot and a save as they were playing against Mount Miguel tonight here. You know, we filmed them last season a little bit. Smingy, Kira, being bothered, dispossessed that time. Back up field with the attack for the Norsemen. Early ball and onside, but Emery won't get the soccer ball, and it's a goal! Go, 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 goal! In the back of the net, Isabella Gonzalez. And it is 1-1. Natalie in no person's land that time, or no keeper's land, trying to figure out what she was going to do as far as trying to stop that soccer ball. And it was one of those deals where gave enough for the striker to have a chance to put it in the back of the net. Miscue on the near side. And now it is 1-1. So gone is the shutout for both teams. Victoria Ford. Maddie Mayo will try to keep it in, but it had too much pace on it that time. So it'll be a throw-in out of the deep third for Vahalla. Coronado winning that soccer ball to the central. Rodriguez. Early ball now. And Smingy getting back to it. And is knocked down. And it'll be a free kick. You saw the speed of the senior racing to get over and not allow the opportunity again to come from Gonzalez. Foster. Castelli. Near side. Scantlin. Down the left flank. Intercepted by Smingy. Intercepted that time by Rodriguez. Maddie Mayo has it upfield now. Giovingo not able to get to it. Rosas gets a touch onto the soccer ball. Marked heavily. Cervantes sends it to Gonzalez. Alexa now plays it up forward towards Maddie Mayo, but got intercepted. Victoria Ford on the intercept. Smingy. Kira on the run. Kira still on the soccer ball. Sends it over to Giovingo, who stops it nicely. Good first touch. Drops it back to Foster. Plays it to Cervantes, but not a good first touch that time. But able to get it back are the Foothillers now. But it's intercepted into space. The Norsemen now back upfield on their counterattack. Burton now, and it goes into the central now. Gonzalez going to try to do something with it that time and knock down the striker. And let's see, is it going to be a foul against the Foothillers? Maybe not. It's tough to know exactly sometimes what the refs are going to do. Like I said before, it's like a box of chocolates. You never know what types of refs you're going to get in these games. And then it's far different than it is at the club level. You get a development academy and ECNL type refs. Here's a shot up in the air. It's over the top of frame. Trying to take the lead were the Norsemen. It was the other way around with the Foothillers as they saw the Norsemen in the last game between these two teams take the lead, and then 2 goals by Mia Foster, and the Foothillers took the lead. Then they found a way to get another goal back. And that was by Kate Baranski. The 2-2 tie until the last minute of the match. Emery goes and gets that soccer ball, ranging to her right. They said it would be more of an interesting half in the second half. And that's exactly what has happened. Foul on the play. The Foothiller, Taylor Aguilera, going down. So it's a free kick now for the Grossmont Foothillers. 1-1 tie here at Jack Mashin Stadium in El Cajon. Don't forget about our Facebook page, our Instagram page, our Twitter page. It's all at the top of the gksports.org webpage. You ever forget about it? If you've subscribed, it's up in the left-hand corner, right underneath GK Sports. Always subscribe to us, and you can see everything we're doing around the year. It's not always going to be soccer. Here's Mia Foster on an intercept in the area now. A service now. Giovinco trying to trap it. Does so. Goes after it. Mayo sends a ball into the area. And it's going to go past the goal line. So they had some touches there in a couple of balls in that 18-yard box, but not able to get a shot towards the keeper. So just inside 23 minutes left to go in the match. Escalante will drive it on a bounce to midfield. Nobody in the space for Vahalla. Smingy was falling down that time as Dees has come into the match. And here comes the Norseman. And Emery comes way off her line, able to make the save. Vahalla with it, with a high line. Intercepted by Victoria. Drops it back to Natalie Emery. Keeper. It's intercepted in that attacking third. Onto it is Ariana Rodriguez, and it's sent out of play. It'll be a throw-in now for Vahalla. So the visiting Norsemen with the throw-in in the attacking third. Didn't do much getting forward in that first half. And a lot better job here in the second half, and that's why they have 1 goal in the back of the net. But as you know, in the world of soccer, it only takes a couple of opportunities in a match. You could be badly beat territorially. I've actually seen a Surf Cup won by a team that didn't get forward very much, but got forward when they needed to win the match. Substitutions have come in now for the Norsemen. One of them was Riley Wells, the senior. Burton drops it back. Jenna Smith going to be back next year for Vahalla. Here is Mia Foster looking for Maddie Mayo on a run. Riley Wells dropping it back. Burton. Early ball on the near side. Going after it there is Ayad. Ayad can't secure it, so Victoria Ford. Gonzalez turns, gives it back to Cooney. Cooney to Foster. Good work upfield. Intercept, but Dees plays it over to Lopez. Giovingo. Dees now after the intercept. Foster looking for Mayo and was knocked away. Nicely done by Burton. Ball out of play. Throwing down for the Foothillers. Riley Wells was trying to make a play but could not. Play back by Brooke Duma. She's a senior for the Norsemen. Across the field. It's dangerous. Intercepted by Maddie Mayo to Lopez. Good first touch. Lopez now trying to go forward and is knocked down. It'll be a free kick. Tenerev marking off the 10 yards away. 18 minutes and a half. Counting down. Left in the match. 1-1 tie out here at Jack Nicholson Stadium in El Cajon. Greg K. Porter along with Pablo Espinal bringing you the live stream and the sights and sounds. And it's Grossmont Hills League match. Only two left, and this is one of the two. Jennifer Giovingo hits it hard, but a little bit too high. She has scored from that area before. Not able to get it down that particular time. Coming into the match is Emmy Cervantes for Grossmont, number 10. And for the first time in the match, Bridget Wilson is into the match. Only a freshman. Vahalla. We'll see her for a long time. She's done some good work here in her freshman year. Not quite like Sarah Lopez did last year, but made her presence known. Trying for the backside for Bridget Wilson, but it's intercepted by Escalante. And that's to take nothing away from Bridget Wilson's work, because what you saw last year with Sarah Lopez hardly is ever seen in a freshman playing on a varsity in her first year. Ended up being second team all CIF. Foster tripped up, and it'll be a free kick. The last thing she wanted to have happen on her senior night, tripped up on her own home turf. But it could yield something here into the back of the net. Victoria Ford chips it. Gets it to Lopez, and it does! Go! Go, 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 go! La! Victoria Ford, and then Sarah Lopez was not marked. Got to the soccer ball in an all-in-one quick swipe of the cleat. It's into the back of the net. 2-1. Maybe she heard me talking about her abilities. Not as many goals as last season, but she's got a total of 14 now on the season. 27 points. And will be a very, very dangerous player to deal with in the playoffs. Cervantes hits it hard. It goes over to Giovingo now. You got to be careful. Giovingo just missed putting it in the back of the net. It was touched, and it'll be a corner kick. Foothillers scoring 3 goals in their last match against Steel Canyon and trying to do the same thing tonight. Problem was they defensively ended up giving them up. An unusual scenario. And they want to turn that around tonight. Put them in the back of the net and not give them up. Off a deflection, up in the air, and Escalante able to make the save. Mia Foster trying to score again against the Norsemen one more time. Did it 2 times the last time they played each other over at Valhalla High School. If you didn't catch that in the first half, or if you didn't see the game, they're all on our site. Just subscribe and scroll back and see any of these games I'm mentioning, scenarios I'm mentioning. Take a look at it as many times as you want to. The beautiful part about this particular business, they don't all do it that way. You may have to subscribe with some other business that reigns in the county. We don't want to do it that way. We got a different way of doing it. Off a deflection now. Foster, early ball. Streaking is Sarah Lopez now. We'll get to the soccer ball. You have to be careful. She is very quick and can control the soccer ball very well, and they cannot get another ball. And went upfield, and nobody was there. But Foster now just was just a few feet around the soccer ball, and I thought they were going to get it upfield, but Foster stopped it from going there. Just going to be a valuable player next season at Cal State Fullerton. And they're already a good program. Upfield. Ayed dropping it over to Rodriguez, who turns. Trying to lose defenders, and it's sent out of play on the near side. So it'll be a throw-in out of the deep third with the Foothillers enjoying a 2-1 lead. Just inside 12 and a half left to go in the match. Smingy is coming into the match. Roses comes out. As Kira going to play that right defensive spot. Roses is another one of those juniors that'll be back next season. He's spearheading the seniors. Foster now on the move. Foster being marked. Foster loses it. It's sent out of play. Lastly, touchdown. My Foster, you seldom see that happen. Especially if she has a good run like that. Smingy. And it's touched out. That time by Duma. And the throw in. Intercept at midfield. Foothillers with Lopez. Foster. 2 goals scored in this match. Sarah Lopez and Maddie Mayo. Early ball, and the aforementioned Maddie Mayo now has to get back and try to make a play on Ayad, and does so. Nicely done. Brianna Cooney sends it to Bridget Wilson now. Good first touch. Turns around. Gives it to Bree Cooney now. The sophomore. Cooney on the near side. Stops and starts. Nice play. It continues to go forward. Sent out of play, and the Foothillers will have a chance to throw it in. Amy Cervantes, 3 assists on the season this year, but doesn't have a goal. Had one last season in a brilliant play single-handedly gave them an opportunity for a tie against Helix. Goes out, and it'll be a throw-in. Kira Smingy. Gonzalez, and it goes out of play. Smingy throws it in. Intercepted. Kira now. Trying to bring it down, and it's going to be a free kick now. She had a little problem trying to bring it down, and so now Naiad, who kept working on the play, gives her team a free kick. So let's see what Valhalla does now. After their free kick, they want to keep possession. Now they send it upfield. They get it over to Riley Wells. Maddie Mayo into central. Gets it out to Emmy Cervantes, the senior. Foster. Nice ball play to Bridget Wilson. Stops, waits for her teammate. Gives it to Cervantes. Cuts it inside. Emmy across the field, but did not get it over to Giovingo, but she did get a cleat in there. And now running after it is Kendall Scantlin. Scantlin, the junior. Sister Cameron, the senior. Stolen away. The Foothillers have it. Giovingo hits it hard, but the save is made. It's inside 8.5 left to play in the match. On a chilly night out here in El Cajon, the eastern part of the county. You've never been out here to San Diego? Victoria Ford getting forward with IAD. Victoria Ford staying with it. Leaves it off for Mia Foster now. Foster weaves her way inside now. Foster is going to hit a shot. It's too tough, but it goes off to the right and not into the back of the net. Otherwise, the Foothillers would have had their third goal of the match, equal to what they just had in their last game against Steel Canyon. But a good solid shot will give them a corner kick. Jennifer Giovingo. Hits it hard towards the backside and running it down. Man, it goes out of play. Bridget Wilson had moved to the other side. It was knocked out by the Norsemen. And the Foothillers, after the throw-in, got intercepted. And out of their own defensive third of the Norsemen. Early ball. Iad's going to try to run it down. Maddie Mayo's there and just plays it out of play on the near side. So some substitutions are going to occur now as 3 players are going to come in now, probably to finish out the match for Valhalla. Don't know if the senior Riley Wells will get another chance with 6 minutes left to play in the match. She has been a good player to go against for the Foothillers in the 3 years that we've been filming them. Move on to college. And it goes past the goal line. Just inside 6 minutes left to play in the match. Victoria Ford on senior night will drive this ball upfield. Giovingo, but gives it away. Nobody in his space, and they'll have another chance to send it upfield. As the senior Talon Burton Send it past that goal line, and she another player that will not play against the Foothillers again. Intercepted by the senior Scantlin, another one of them. Escalante able to get to that soccer ball in front of Bridget Wilson. Foothillers inside 5 minutes away from securing another victory against Valhalla, and the last time they lost to them was way back in 2018. Of course, beating them 3 times last year, at home and away, and then in the Division II championship game. As Bridget Wilson gets a hand, comes off. More than likely will not be back into the match on senior night. Ariana Rodriguez plays it back to the central. Now here is Foster on the intercept. She's got Lopez off to her right. She's just going to take the shot. It just misses on the near side. Still trying to get that goal tonight. And she had a couple of them, again, like I said, in the last match between these two teams. Time running out now for Valhalla. Scantlin has the soccer ball. Tries to send it forward to Gonzalez. Doesn't allow her to do that. Sends it out of play. Eats up time off the clock. Tick, 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 tick. Don't forget about our sponsor. That's Dental Arts of Palm Avenue. Affordable rates. Dental health is important as your regular overall health. Check them out. That's dentalartsofpalmav.com. That's their website. Gonzalez gets it again. It's intercepted, though, by the Norsemen. In the orange, here is Rodriguez. Looking for space there. Gets away from Cooney and then sends it across the near side. The chip. 50-50 ball now. On to it that time was Kasuhanan. 50-50 ball and Brikuni. And it'll be a foul against Valhalla. Foothillers not in a hurry. Anytime the ball goes out at this point, Maddie Mayo drives it up the central. It goes off of Lopez. Here's all alone is Giovinco and just couldn't get the strike she wanted. But she was offsides either way if she would have put it in the back of the net. Free kick now coming up. Foster. Giovinco will not be able to run it down. Foster again goes after it. Wins it. Foster now still on a soccer ball. Dispossessed at the last moment. Lopez going after it. It caroms right back to the back line. On the near side is Burton. Burton circles around the senior and sends it out of play, and it'll be a throw-in for the Foothillers. 2-1. Foothillers on senior night 2020. Trying to get another victory and make it their 11th on the season. Off of Gonzalez, over to Giovinco, plays it over to the central. Moreno into the match. Kept it going, but then they sent it upfield. Here's Foster now. Off for Cleek, goes after it again, but sends it out of play. Valhalla with a throw-in out of their defensive third. These Foothiller seniors having the most success against the Norsemen in league play since we've been filming them. No team have they had this kind of success, with Helix maybe being second. And unfortunately right now, one of their players got kind of hit in the head and thought this match might finish out, nobody getting injured anymore, but unfortunately down on a couple of knees, and that is Alyssa Kashuhanen, and she's going to walk off. I'm going to get some assistance. The center ref is going over to try to help her out. She's kind of staggering right now. And we had that scenario happen in the West Hills game where a player actually had to have the paramedics come and see her. It's just been a brutal season this season with injuries. I mentioned before about West Hills that their record isn't one that they would like to have because of a lot of injuries this season. Lost their starting keeper. Helix has had some of those injuries. They started off 11-0 and then started getting a lot of injuries. Granite Hills may be the team that has been able to avoid a lot of serious injuries. They've had them in the past. The Foothillers have done pretty well as well. Are staying away from the injury bug in a big way. But the Knicks and things have been there. Early ball now. Moreno, Kaya, tracking it down. Sending it upfield. Smingy couldn't keep it going. So back upfield now. They're gambling and not able to link up are the Norsemen, and they give it away. So the Foothillers will be able to throw it in. Gonzalez can't get to it. Giovingo to Lopez now. Lopez on the move. Sarah now being marked by two players on the near side. Sarah cuts it back. And that's the end of the match. On 2020 senior night for Grossmont Girls Varsity Soccer, they get the victory 2-1 against the Vahalla Norsemen. We hope that you enjoyed this match wherever you watched it from. And we hope that you tune in on Thursday on the road, the last match of the regular season. It'll be the Foothillers against Granite Hills. And they took a tough one against Granite Hills in the match right here. And the worst loss they took at home the entire season. So Foothillers an opportunity to try to take it away from them. It won't win the Grossmont Hills League, but it may give them a little higher seeding in the playoffs. But they're now 11-4-5 on the season and 4-2-3 in the Grossmont Hills League. And Vahalla drops down to 2-10-7 on the season. 1-5-3 in the Grossmont Hills League. For Pablo Espinal, who brings you the sights and sounds of live stream. Even myself got a chance to do a little bit of that camera work tonight as he was down setting things up for the beautiful end of the season video. And that same thing will be happening on Thursday, so bear with me. I'll have that first half. Again, check on our website for all our social media pages and updates of sports, whether it be high school sports all the way up to professional sports. That's on the Facebook page. On the Instagram page, there'll be pictures from tonight, as well as the conversation on Twitter. Subscribe to us at GK Sports on this YouTube channel. So long from Jack Matchett Stadium on Senior Night 2020. We'll see you on Thursday. Mayo going to get a return pass now. Tries to cut it inside. Nutmeg that time. And it pops up into the central now. You got to watch out because Lopez is there, and being able to get to the soccer ball is Escalante. in the attacking third. Mayo cuts it inside now. Loses the defender. Takes a shot and just misses. Galetta knifes in. Flick on that time by Giovinco. Takes it and puts it off the top of the crossbar. Now they'll get another chance, and they missed it. Goal! Go, 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 goal! Matty Mayo got the deflection and put it in the back of the net. Here's Mia Foster now. Going to take it from distance and just couldn't get it to dip down that time. Maybe even the girls basketball team the same way. Here's a shot and a save with the attack for the Norsemen. Early ball and onside, but Emery won't get the soccer ball, and it's a goal. Go, 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 goal. In the back of the net, Isabella Gonzalez. Victoria Ford chips it. Gets it to Lopez, and it does! Goal! Go, 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 goal! A very, very dangerous player to deal with in the playoffs. Cervantes hits it hard. It goes over to Giovinco now. You got to be careful. Giovinco just missed putting it in the back of the net. Put him in the back of the net and not give him up. Off a deflection up in the air, and Escalante able to make the save. Off for Mia Foster now. Foster weaves her way inside now. Foster is going to hit a shot. It's too tough, but it goes off to the right against the Norsemen in league play since we've been filming them. No team have they had this kind of success, with Helix maybe being second. And unfortunately right now, one of their players got kind of hit in the head. And that is Alyssa Kashuhanen. And she's going to walk off. I'm going to get some assistance. The center ref is going over to try to help her out. She's kind of staggering right now. Again, check on our website for all our social media pages and updates of sports, whether it be high school sports all the way up to professional sports. That's on the Facebook page. On the Instagram page, there'll be pictures from tonight, as well as the conversation on Twitter. Subscribe to us at GK Sports on this YouTube channel. So long from Jack Matchett Stadium on Senior Night 2020.